Sometimes life takes you in a different direction that you never intended. There will come a time where you will just have to take a leap of faith and jump right into your destiny. Today, let's focus on serving more of our purpose. And yes, the money will come as long as we're aligned with our destiny. On today's With Love show, we'll meet a young lady who boldly stepped into her purpose and is helping the youth to take the same steps to excel in their education. But first, we'll be having Street Talk with TK, where she'll be discussing with people taking a different route to success.
All right, so is it okay to take a different route when it comes to achieving success?
I believe it's perfectly fine. Some people think you have to go to college in order to be successful. But I don't really think you have to. I did go to college, but there are plenty of other ways to be successful. If you have like a dream or a passion or a hustle, as long as you put as much effort as you would going to college into that hustle, and by all means, take an alternative route.
Today I am here interviewing Danielle Hughes. She is from Detroit Speak. So Danielle, I want you to give a little bit of background behind yourself and your organization.
Okay, well, like Kristy said, my name is Danielle Hughes. I'm a former anchor and reporter. That's how my career got started. I'm a Detroit native. I grew, born and raised here. I moved to Atlanta in 2011 to get my bachelor's degree.
Okay.
Graduated from there, got a job in Alabama as a reporter. 5 months later, I ended up getting fired from that job, getting a fender bender in the station car.
Oh, okay.
Gotta be super careful on the station cars. Got let go from that job, and like a month later, I ended up in Georgia as an anchor and a reporter at a CBS station there.
Okay.
So I ended up staying there a year, came back home to pursue Detroit Speaks, and literally, like, it was just like history ever since.
Wow. Okay. Now, as an entrepreneur, how important is it to focus on the vision behind it and not just the money aspect of it?
So that's a great question. When I first came back home, all of my friends were like, okay, you were making such good money. And it was a mutual decision between myself and my employer for me to leave my contract. So they were like, you were making such good money, you're about to come home and basically take a pay cut to work at this organization. Like, you know, y'all are just kind of getting off the ground. Detroit Speaks had always been a side hustle for myself and both of my partners.
Okay.
So for me to come back home, I'm like, okay, we're not making any real money off this. I still have bills that need to be paid.
Exactly.
What am I going to do? So one of my friends was like, so what you gonna do about money? I was like, I'm not worried about the money anymore. I'm worrying about how I feel.
Okay.
And I was in a job when I was an anchor making good money, but I hated it. I was depressed. I was waking up every morning like, I don't even know my purpose. I don't even know what I'm here to do. I don't even know what I want to do. I'm like, so it's so more important for me to feel okay and have peace with what I'm doing, regardless than a paycheck. I'm not chasing any more money. And I can say once following my passion, the money has come.
Which always happens. So how was Detroit Speak started?
So Detroit Speaks was started over a phone call.
Okay.
So Brianna, one of my partners, Brianna Alexander, she's based in Atlanta, Georgia. She called me and said, I think we need to have a conference, like a day conference for youth in the city of Detroit to match them with mentors. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. So she was like, so she called one of our other friends from high school named Jasmine Swain. Jasmine's based in St. Louis. And we're like, okay, we're planning this day conference. This was in April of 2014. We're like, it's going to be this summer. It's going to be so big. We're going to match students with what they're interested in and find someone who's already in that career or, you know, in that same career field or whatever and match them together. Okay. And we're going to have panelists and guest speakers and blah, blah, blah. It was only supposed to be one day. And it was first called Light Up Detroit. Okay. So we're like, Light Up Detroit. It's going to be this conference, blah, blah, blah. So Light Up Detroit, there's like another like big organization in the city and they have like a song, like the national song's called Light Up Detroit. So we're like, dang, we can't use it. So Bree's like, what about Detroit Speaks? Like, because we want to give the kids in the city a voice. And we're like, cool, okay, it's lit, let's do it. So that's how Detroit Speaks was born. And the day conference never happened, but once we started, got our website made and people started learning more about us and we were contacted by local media to find out more about what we were doing, it turned into a rising nonprofit organization. So
what's the mission behind it?
So the mission behind Detroit Speaks is to raise social awareness and community involvement and prepare students ages 13 to 18 in Metro Detroit for college and career. So pretty much the next step after high school.
What are some statistics of students that are not involved or not aware of what to do when it comes to college planning and preparation?
So there is a 95% graduation rate of students who are matched with mentors, who have like a clear and concise vision of what they want to do after high school. Okay. So much more than not having that. So like, I just feel like I made it by the grace of God because I didn't have any of that. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. So it just worked out, but we don't want to take that risk on our next generation of leaders. We want to make sure they're prepared, get them involved, get them matched with a mentor because that's so important. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, but it's so important.
Now, when you talk to like some of the students and, you know, you just kind of get a feel for them or what they want to do, you know, what their plan is, does it seem like a lot of them are lost? Like, well, I kind of just don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to college just because. Do you get those typical answers?
No. These kids, I don't know what it is about this next generation, but they are on it. I went to Renaissance last week, and they're all like, I'm a junior, but I'm going to be a chemical engineer.
Oh,
or I'm going to Bowling Green, I'm going to Michigan State, I'm going to Spelman. So they all have a clear plan, like a clear view of what they want to do. So that's so important.
That's good. What are the top 3 tools you feel like students need to prepare for their education after high school?
Okay, so number 1, be prepared. Right, I'm very big on vision boards.
Me too.
Doing completing goal sheets. I don't go anywhere without my planner. So be clear and write down what you want to do. Write the vision and make it plain.
Okay.
Write it down. Okay, even let's say you're a sophomore in high school, you're a junior in high school. Write down, these are the top 5 things I want to go to school for. This is what I'm interested in. These are the schools who have good programs for what I want to go to. Or I don't want to go to college. I don't have the money. I don't feel a need to. I want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, look up business plans. Look up, you know, make a concrete business plan, lay the foundation, and then go from there. Okay. So that's number 1. Be clear about what you want to do. Second, ask for help. The help is out there. I know I didn't ask for any help, and I'm in so much debt now because of not asking for help. So ask for help. There are people who want to help you, who will be willing to point you in the right direction of scholarships, of, like I said, mentor. That's like a really big thing that I keep going back to, but it's so important.
It is.
So number 1, be clear and concise about what you want to do, like write it all down. Number 2, ask for help. And number 3, I would say be organized.
Okay.
Be organized, especially when filling out financial aid, because they're going to come back and ask you for this paperwork and where is this and where is this? You said that your parent makes this much. We need proof of that. Be organized.
Okay. All right. What resources do students have access to within the program?
So we have, we're launching a college and career center next week.
Wow.
So that is native Detroiters who want to be virtual mentors, because we get so many people who are from Detroit, but they're like, I live in Atlanta or I live in St. Louis or wherever, but I want to give back. So this is your way of giving back. Okay. So their profiles we're relaunching our website this weekend. So their profiles will be on our website, and the students can go on there. All of their contact information will be on there, and they can start their relationships from there.
Oh, wow.
We're having a huge day of service in June, so kind of get the kids more familiar with the community, with the city of Detroit. I grew up here my whole life, and there are still places I'll drive around like, I've never been here before. I've never seen this. And get familiar with the need that there is in the community, because there's definitely a need for help, whether that's helping the elderly or reading to a student, you know, promoting literacy in our youth, beautifying a community garden, whatever that is. Like, we really want to increase their, like I said, social involvement, in community involvement and social awareness of what's going on around them. So that's definitely available to the students. I'm going to scoop myself around a little bit. That's definitely available to the students. We have scholarships on our website, scholarships that are based for Michigan students. We also are going to be launching our own scholarship, a Detroit Speaks scholarship for 2 students at the end of this year. And just college and career tips, writing tips, resume writing tips, essay writing tips. It's all on the website. We're always available for help 24/7 if anyone. And we have kids that, you know, we just like taking in as like little bro and little sis all the time. So that's about it.
Do you think you guys ever get to the point to do like the college tours and things like that?
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to. That, you know, that's something that, you know, in the future. But I would really love to see it get to that.
I love those. So a lot of students don't know what questions they should ask when applying for financial aid. Because I know when I apply, I'm just like, I think this is what I'm supposed to do because I don't have any money. What are the questions that students should be asking when they're talking to like a financial aid advisor?
Okay, they should always ask about grants.
Okay.
Grants, because that grant money you don't have to pay back.
Right.
You're getting a loan from Sally Mae, you have to pay Sally Mae back. But if you're getting grant money, there's so much grant money available that I wish that I would have asked more. Because I got a $4,500 grant per year while I was in school. That was cool, but I was paying out-of-state tuition. I was living on campus. I had a meal plan, all that good stuff. So that little $4,500 made a dent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it helped, but it didn't help that much. So see what grants are available. That's number 1. I would always ask that you don't have to pay back. Also, while applying for financial aid, you can always ask someone in the financial aid office what scholarships are available to me. that's also money you don't have to pay back.
Okay.
We had a webinar called the Speak Out, and I didn't even talk about that, but we have a webinar series on our website, and we have native Detroiters talk about different topics.
Okay.
So one of our topics was Scholarships 101, and we went through the financial aid process and everything, and one of our guest speakers went to Howard University, and she said she left school with $30,000 in scholarships. So that's $30,000 in her bank account that she left school with. So asking for those scholarships is very important. And then asking for help for properly filling out the financial aid application, because it can be tricky, and you can be may want to not tell the truth on some things because you're like, hey, I'm not going to get any money back if I do this. But always tell the truth. It doesn't pay to, because they will come back and find you.
They will.
Don't do that.
All right, well, why don't you tell everybody the website, your social media pages, and upcoming events that you guys may have that people want to participate in.
Okay, well, our website, our organization is called Detroit Speaks Incorporated. Our website is DetroitSpeaksOut.com. All of our social media pages are Detroit Speaks Inc. We have a huge day of service coming up July 1st. So we're going to need 100 volunteers. So we would love to have anyone who's watching this come out and help and just get involved in your community, help promote financial literacy in students. That's what we're all about, beautifying the city and giving back, and in turn raising the next generation of leaders.
Well, we appreciate you for coming and doing all that you do in the community. That wraps up my interview with Danielle Huson. I'm Kristy, and you can check out this interview on KristyLoveMedia.com. Thanks for watching the With Love Show. We'll see you next week.